Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. I got this article from Atlanta Black Star. Shout out to them. Judge orders defendant's mouth tapered shut during sentencing hearing. An Ohio judge is facing criticism after a video of him ordering officers to tape a defendant's mouth shut during a sentencing hearing on Monday. Cuyahoga County Judge John Russo demanded Franklyn Williams' mouth to be shut with a strip of bright red duct tape after a talkative man refused to stop interrupting his own lawyers and keep talking over the judge, local station Fox 8 reported. Video of the incident showed Russo several stern warnings, but Williams continues to try to be heard. At this point, I am going to hear from your lawyers, and that means zip it, the judge said to Williams. If we had to, I'll gag you in 1 second, Russo asked sharply. Zip it until I give you a chance to talk. Williams continued to plead his case, however, promptly, one of the several deputies standing around him to place a piece of red tape over his mouth. The defendant kept talking even after the deputy gagged him, after which Russo instructed officers to place another strip of tape over his mouth. After the 30-minute ordeal, Russo sentenced Williams to 24 years in prison, according to the station. Williams was convicted in December on charges of aggravated robbery, theft, kidnapping, and misuse of credit cards, among other things. His trial, which started last year, was delayed after she cut his ankle monitor and fled to Nebraska. Critics blasted Judge Russo for his harsh treatment of the defendant. We cannot regard this as normal, ACLU of Ohio staff attorney Elizabeth Bohem said in a statement. It is humiliating. It doesn't deprive this person of the opportunity to speak before his life is taken away. It's still his dignity. Everybody about this is wrong. You will not silence us, one woman wrote on Twitter. Franklyn Williams, despite the crimes he committed, did not deserve to have his mouth taped shut during a court hearing. This tactic was used to silence, shame, and degrade him. Outrageous, wrote another. Franklyn Williams was shackled and silenced by the judge, who refused to listen to his pleas. This is not justice. This is an assault on the right of a black man in court. I'm going to go ahead and play this video to y'all, and I'm finished the rest of my commentary.
I just met this attorney the other day.
That's fine. So here,
I came and took my cell phones yesterday, and they came and took all my property out my cell today.
Mr. Williams, I'm the judge in the matter. Shut your mouth, and I'll tell you when you can talk. You got it? It's the same rules we played by while we were here at trial, every time we were here for a pretrial. So just follow the same rules. Fair enough? So at this point, I'm going to hear from your lawyers, and that means zip it.
But you're not letting me tell
That means zip it right now.
You trying to?
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
No. Does the comment quit talking? Do you understand that?
Because you're trying to take my life.
No.
And you're not letting me tell you what's going on.
Take your life for what? What do you mean
It's not fair. You're trying to take my life.
What does that mean?
On the document.
Again, I'm going to interrupt. Mr. Williams, listen to me. If we have to, I will gag you in 1 second. So listen, you will get a chance to talk. I'm going to gag you in 1 second. So just listen to me. Zip it until I give you a chance to talk. You'll get a chance to talk. I am going to give you a chance to talk. Here it is again. So you said to me you understand this comment. Zip it. Right now.
Yeah, why don't you let it play about me getting shot on the bus for a whole week? Let that play.
Mr. Williams will...
Mr. Williams, be very simple to gag you. You'll get a chance to speak.
Tell me black women just walked in here.
Okay, so
I had been around.
Let's go back.
Years.
I'm zipping. Anything you want to add to your insanity? And the jury gave that with the verdict.
That's a violation of the HIPAA law, Judge.
Here we go. I'm going to tape it, and then I'll unzip it when I want you to talk. Because the young lady over here can't take down everything. You know how this works. We've been in the courtroom at least 50 times as we prepared for trial. I'll give him a chance to speak his sentence.
Take me off.
Now I'd like you to speak.
Mr. Williams, I want to make it real clear. If you spit on, attempt to bite, or injure any of my deputies, you're going to have a bad day.
None of that.
Oh, you
Put
clear?
the tape on me, man. We done with this shit. That's what it is.
We'll go back on the record. Mr. Williams will have a chance to speak.
And I'll be honored in everything I say.
Go ahead.
Okay, you saw the video, right? Now, I can understand the judge, the judge want to, have in this, and I know this is his court, and he's the judge of this court, and he decide what he wants to do. But gag this man is First Amendment rights, speaking what's going on, and speaking what he has to speak. This is violating of his really due process, right? Violate his free speech. Now, you know what? If that's a problem, his attorney should have talked to him and said, that's not cool. Let me handle it. I'll deal with the judge. But on the other, like I said, on one hand, I can understand the judge's part because this is his courtroom and he want to have his way on his courtroom. However, on the other hand, put red tape in his mouth and not speak and not have his right and speak how he has a right to speak. That's just really disrespectful and violation of his First Amendment rights and violation of his due process. And again, his lawyer, and you can I think he's one of them public defenders, because why you allow your client to speak in court, even though, and his life is on the line, and he's trying to tell you what's going on, and you still try to censor him, you still try to put tape in his mouth? Come on, really? This is what I'm saying. Like I said before, it's all messed up, and I think he has the public defender. He didn't say anything. He really didn't talk to his client like, yo, you need to be quiet, let me handle it or whatever. And I guess he's on his own trying to tell the judge, listen, this is what happened, and my lawyers ain't even tell you what really happened. And the judge tried to say, I zip it, and then he try to gag him by putting tape of his mouth. See, again, another example of the criminal justice system trying to silence our free speech. Try to silence of, having due process under the law that, the public defender didn't say anything in his defense. He himself was talking to the judge, and the public defender couldn't even handle it correctly. And see, if I was a real lawyer, I would have talked to my client and said, yo, no, don't say anything, don't tell the judge anything. Let me handle it. I'm your lawyer. Let me handle it. Let me handle your case. You hire me to take care of this. Let me handle it. But since he's the public defender, he just at the court, get paid for it, and go home by the state. But realistically, though, this right here is violation of his First Amendment rights and his due process. You put a red tape on this man's mouth because the public defender ain't speaking up for you. And it seemed to me he want to speak for himself. He had the right to speak for himself, and the judge still trying to cut him off. The judge still says, zip it. And if he was a real lawyer, he would have talked to his client. But it shows that he's not even his lawyer. He's a public defender, so it doesn't really matter. And obviously, the state pays him, so he's just in court with him, listen to his case, and keep it moving. But this is the way you handle it. This is the way you handle the situation. And the way the judge handled this, by gagging him, putting red tape in his mouth, that's not the way you handle the situation. It really doesn't. It's going to look bad as a judge, and I guarantee you, probably the people at ACLU and people in the state of Ohio probably want the judge to be disbarred now because of this situation. Want him off the bench. So I tell you like this, we cannot allow this to happen. We can't basically, disrespect a man's freedom of speech or a man's, due process of saying what happened, what's going on in his own defense, because it seems to me that's what is happening, because the lawyer, with aka the public defender, ain't defending him right. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let's call a spade, is that he's not his real lawyer. That's just, again, his public defender, try to get paid by the system and go home. but it's like he's not helping him. So he probably said, okay, just you're not helping me. I got to say something to the judge. But again, like I said, I understand the judge part because that is his courtroom. He want to run wherever he want to run. But at the same time, gagging this man for his First Amendment rights, putting red tape in his mouth ain't the way to do it. It's not. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video. Share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my reaction channel. And subscribe to my Black Junction channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.